A lawsuit headed to the Texas Supreme Court could reshape what happens to property when it's taken under the threat of eminent domain. This is Friday, August 1st, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, thanks for ending the week and starting the month with the Texas Minute. A state university will be paying out $750,000 to a professor who was accused of racism. More on that story coming up. A teacher charged with murdering a mom and dad at a state park in Arkansas in front of their two young children previously taught at an elementary school in North Texas. The suspect is Andrew James McGann. He was allowed to resign from Louisville ISD back in 2023 amid allegations of inappropriate behavior with students. Now McGann has been charged with 2 counts of capital murder. He's accused of killing Kristen and Clinton Brink at Devil's Den State Park while they were hiking with their daughters, ages 7 and 9. McGann had been hired to teach at a local Arkansas school for the upcoming academic year, but had not yet started working with the students. After he was allowed to resign from Louisville ISD, McGann got a job teaching in Oklahoma for a year before getting the job in Arkansas. A Harris County judge has denied a teacher union's request for a temporary restraining order against the Houston Independent School District. This means HISD officials will be able to move forward with performance-based teacher compensation plans for this 2025-2026 school year. The legal dispute between the Houston Federation of Teachers and Houston ISD centers on a new state law that establishes the teacher retention allotment. The union alleges that the district has failed to implement the raises as required by the law, opting instead for a system that awards raises based on performance metrics. HISD contends it's in compliance, citing provisions of the law that allow districts to apply for enhanced teacher incentive allotments which support merit-based pay. Houston ISD's new compensation framework was unveiled in April. It sets base salaries between $64,000 and $101,000, largely tied to teacher evaluations and student outcomes. All of this, the judge noted, was a little premature because the new funding law doesn't take effect until September 1st. The University of North Texas will be paying nearly $750,000 to a professor who claims to have suffered professional and emotional damage following accusations of racism being leveled at him in the immediate aftermath of George Floyd's death. The dispute arose following a discussion in an obscure academic music journal edited by Professor Robert Jackson. Multiple professional organizations condemned Professor Jackson's work, and a group of UNT music students demanded Jackson's firing, alleging he was, quote, particularly racist and unacceptable. So what was the horrible things that Professor Jackson said and did? We'll get to that in a second. UNT did not fire Jackson, but it did remove him from his position as editor of the journal. That played into the hands of the woke mob, so he sued for defamation in violation of his First Amendment rights. In addition to now paying Jackson more than $700,000, UNT is also going to restore him to the editorship of the journal and reduce his teaching load. Okay, so what did he do? It all started because Professor Jackson refused to condemn a 19th century music theorist and even defended aspects of the long-dead man's work. The woke mind virus can't be extinguished fast enough. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Do you feel increasingly isolated? Like the world has gone insane and you are part of one small, clear-headed remnant? Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and on my new show, Come and Take It, I'm going to call out the crazy so you can be empowered to change Texas and the nation. Overcome the schemes of the left designed to keep Texans paralyzed and silent. Watch or listen to Come and Take It today.
So after refusing to sell surplus property back to its former owner, the Texas Department of Transportation is now before the state Supreme Court in a case that could reshape Texas' eminent domain policy. In 2013, TxDOT sent an offer to purchase land in Tomball as part of the construction of a new road. When the owners refused to sell, the state began eminent domain proceedings to acquire the property. Rather than fight the state in court, the owners agreed to sell the property at $1.05 per square foot. Years later, TxDOT determined a section of the property was surplus land and no longer necessary for public use. Yet the agency refused to sell the land back to those former owners, claiming that because the land was sold in a legal settlement, the Texas Property Code repurchase laws don't apply. The landowners argue they settled only because of the threat of eminent domain. A Harris County civil court ruled in favor of TxDOT, but the 14th Court of Appeals reversed that ruling. Now the Supreme Court of Texas has agreed to hear their case. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. The Texas Minute is produced by Nick Shepard. Today's edition was based on the original reporting of Aaron Anderson, Joseph Trimmer, Adam Kahn, and Travis Morgan. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great weekend.